Hello, my name is Azar, and for a long time, I desperately wanted to have my hands on the different VR headsets in the market and do a comparison. And actually, it's too hard. So, since today I had the chance to get an Oculus Rift S to try and compare it to my Samsung Odyssey Plus. So I thought maybe someone else is wants to know the differences and if he or she should upgrade. So I say my initial thoughts. Where's the camera exactly in this mobile phone? I will say my initial thoughts because I only tried the Rift S for a couple of hours, maybe 1 hour or something. And since I was super sampling the sims, the racing sims or the racing games, I tried to 150, 180% because I have 1050 Ti. I don't think I need too much to fiddle around with graphics settings and stuff. I think it's enough for me, what I tried so far. And before I say the core thing, which is that the Samsung Odyssey Plus, in my opinion, is a better headset, I want to clarify that I am an Oculus fanboy, so it's not like against Oculus or something. I believe that Facebook and Zuckerberg and Oculus is one of those who made VR as it is today, because they lowered its prices comparing to other companies and they made it mainstream and stuff. Also, they are known with their good Oculus is known with its good warranty and guarantee. I read a lot of good stories, so I'm not against. And also I had an Oculus Rift CV1, the Rift one. I had it and it was very, very good for the price and comfortable and stuff. And when I moved to Samsung Odyssey Plus, yes, the image was better, the colors were better, but in the beginning I didn't like the comfort and the heaviness and how big it is. The Samsung Odyssey Plus, I didn't like the comfort at all, but then I got used to. It. So let's talk about why the Oculus Rift S isn't better than Samsung Odyssey Plus. First, let's talk about the most important thing, which is the image quality. Guys, you can I hope every and each one of you can have the chance to try by himself, because everyone has a taste, but to my taste, the Rift S, you can see the first, and most importantly, you can feel the lower resolution. The difference isn't big, but I could feel it really, really strongly. I felt it. Because what you hate in VR and you want to get rid of is the jaggy edges. Everything is pixelated and they are a little bit dancing, because when you move your head a little bit, the one pixel should change its color, and the thing you are looking to is going to move to another pixel. So this movement is something you notice, because of it's not too many pixels comparing to how close the screen to your face is. So more clearly I can say that the picture quality isn't better in the Rift S. Actually, unfortunately, it's worse than what you can find in Samsung Odyssey Plus VR headset, because of the lower resolution. I kind of liked the LCD thing, because it's they have this RGB stripe and the dots and the pixels are smaller. It's not smaller, but there are many under pixels to it. Yeah, like you are looking through a mesh, but the mesh is it's like many points, very small points, very small points, like a pattern. It's hard to explain, but this reminds me directly with the HP Reverb, the 2K VR headset, which I tried previously. This is number one, and the most important thing to me. Number two is nothing is more important than the image quality. This is the only one I care about as someone who occasionally do sim racing and I don't do other VR gaming or stuff. But let's talk about things that might interest you. The black is get ready, horrible in the Rift S, but I don't care. You know, the Samsung Odyssey Plus uses OLED, so the pixels are completely turned off when it's completely black, comparing to the LCD, which there is a light anyway. So the black in Rift S is a little bit grayish. To me, it's not a big deal. Absolutely, I would live with it. What else? Don't forget that I only tried for 1 hour, and I'm like sitting here in my sim rig, very small place. The tracking for the controllers wasn't great. Sometimes like it was shifting, and sometimes it was not exactly and more really comfortably where I want it to be. I'm not a controller guy. I mean, like I did VR for 2 years and I never changed the battery in my controllers, and whatever you can call it. So I'm not very experienced to make a comparison or something, but I heard that the Rift S is very good in terms of controllers, and much better than the Windows mixed reality, especially Samsung Odyssey Plus, but I don't think so. One other thing is that maybe the controllers are better ergonomics in your hand than the Samsung Odyssey Plus, which is already better than the Windows mixed reality. Other things, it's a little bit improved, but to me it's not like wow, it's not at all much better. I believe that the Rift S1 had more ergonomic controllers. This is what I think, guys. What else? The controllers, I noticed they have maybe more functions than all the controllers I tried before, because even without clicking, when I move my index, the controller could tell that I'm pointing or not pointing. So maybe it's like a lot of work has been put behind the controllers thing. What else? The comfort. I didn't fiddle around too much, and this is already becoming 9 minutes video. I thought it will be 2 or 3 minutes only, from someone who is not so experienced, only trying to help out others who's maybe in the same situation. But I can say that about comfort, I used to like the comfort of the original Rift much more than my next Samsung Odyssey Plus. But also I wasn't blown away at all with the Rift S comfort. Yes, it's smaller. It's still a bit heavy. I mean, yes, it's smaller than the bulky Rift S. And also, I'm not going to speak about the things that everyone spoke about in the internet, because you can search and see any video comparing the size and everything. I'm only like going to say the things that and I personally didn't hear on the internet. So I can say that yes, it's smaller. I like smaller headsets. For example, the HP Reverb, it was really small and really light. I liked it a lot. but the Rift S isn't that light. It's heavy, and yes, it hugs your face perfectly, but I didn't think that it's really that a lot of work has been done for the design and for the comfort. I don't know what to say. It's maybe equivalent to the Samsung Odyssey Plus in terms of comfort, although it's very different strategy. Although it's yeah, it doesn't feel the same at all, but it's very different feeling on your face. It's tight, and as I told you, small and everything, and there is a lot of fiddling can be done to it, but it wasn't perfect. Fourth thing that I want to talk about, this is something that everyone spoke about, so I will not spend too much time. The audio quality is, of course, not, or let's say worse, to be honest, than the Oculus Rift 1 and than the great sound quality in the Samsung Odyssey Plus. What else? Nothing more, guys. Yeah, one thing is very weird. I used to have too much problems and discomfort when I was using the Rift 1 in terms of one thing. When I'm in a virtual car driving, all the time I feel myself off center. I should recenter, I should move my seat, I should go to the right, go to the left, rotate my head. And today with the Rift S, I also faced the same problem. Also, again, I remind that don't forget that I tried it only for 1 hour, 2 hours. And my room is a little bit dark. And I know that inside out tracking needs maybe very strong light or good light. Correct me if I'm wrong, because sometimes I heard people saying that very shiny light is not good. I don't know. Anyway, I had this problem again in the Rift S, which is very annoying to me. I don't know if other people face, because none of my friends told me about this. No one mentioned it, but to me, when I feel that the car is going tilted, I'm looking, for example, like this to the front, but the car is going like this to the side. It feels very bad. And in my Samsung Odyssey Plus, I didn't need to recenter too much. Rarely I felt I need to recenter, but in this Rift S, I couldn't get it to work 100% good. So, although I love, like to make it short and summarize, although I love Oculus as a company, I think that they make great headsets with good warranties, with great prices. But if we compared those two headsets, Oculus Rift S and Samsung Odyssey Plus, we got a winner, which is Samsung Odyssey Plus. Thank you, goodbye.